Hello, good evening, everyone. Today is our last submodule for our topic of human resource management and organizational behavior. I hope that you have liked my previous submodules, and if you have not watched that, then please do watch all the submodules on my YouTube channel. Now we'll discuss about placement. What is placement? Placement is the process of assigning a specific job to each of the selected candidate. Placement is a kind of process where we assign a specific kind of job to each of the candidate according to their qualification. Next, principle of placement. There are some principles of placement that are related with them. So first is man should be placed on the job according to the requirements of the job. So it is compulsory that when we are placing any employee for any kind of job, then that man should be placed to the job according to the requirement of the job. The job should be offered to the person according to his qualification. We should not offer a job to any kind of person because we think that there are vacancy, or we think that this person comes from a personal reference. We should offer a job because of his qualification, not because of any kind of personal reference. While introducing the job to the new employees, an effort should be made to develop a sense of loyalty and cooperation in him. So, when an employee is placed, the first duty of the organization is to introduce them to the culture, to the environment of the uh, organization, and to introduce the employee with the job. So, we should try our level best to create a sense of loyalty and cooperation between the employees. The placement should be ready before the joining date. So all the procedures regarding the placement should be ready before the joining date. Now next is induction. So we'll learn about induction. So induction is the process of receiving, welcoming an employee when he or she first joins a company, and giving him or her basic information he or she needs to settle down quickly and happily and start work. So according to Michael Armstrong, induction is a process where we receive and welcome the employee when he or she first join a company, and we give them a basic knowledge about the job, about the organization, which helps him to settle down in the organization quickly and happily, and they can start their work. Next, a good induction program should cover the following. If you talk about induction program, it should be good. A good induction program covers some following elements. The first is structure of the organization and the functions of various departments. When we are doing an induction program, we should introduce the company structure and the functions of the various departments to the employees department and job, and how he fits into the organization. What are the environment they are going to work, and what are the job and what the regulations, and how he will fit into the organization. Now we should also make them aware about the company policies, the practices, objectives, and regulations. We should make them aware about the terms and condition of the service, the amenities that are offered, and what are the welfare facilities that are offered by the organization. The rules and the regulations, the governing hours of work, the time where the employee need to work, and the overtime if it is required, the safety and the accidental prevention, holiday and vacations, and methods of reporting, like to whom the employee need to report and in which way they need to report. Next is opportunities, promotions, transfers, suggestions, and job satisfaction. In a good induction program, we should make sure that the employees know that what are the opportunities for them in this job, how can we promote them, and what they need to do, and how they can achieve the job satisfaction. Next is objectives of induction are as follows. Now we have learned what is induction. We have also learned what is a good induction program. Now you must all be thinking that what are the objectives, like why we need to conduct an induction program. So there are some reasons. So first is that it reduce anxiety and shyness. So when we enter into any organization, we are feeling shy because we are not compatible with the organization culture and organization behavior and how the people are working. So if there will be a good induction program, the new employees will get a chance to meet the employees who are already working in the organization. Introduce employees. So on the induction day, the employees get a chance to do introduction with the employees, because we got to know about our upper management level of employees, the employees who are working with us. So it also impact a positive on the organization, because the employees will know each other, so they'll work more effectively, and it will foster good relationship. And so there will be no confusion regarding is our boss, who is our management, who is the supervisor, to whom we need to work. So this all confusion will be sought out in the induction program. And it will also protect employees from any kind of false information. Next is, an induction program consists primarily of three steps. So there are some steps that are consisted in any kind of induction program. So first is journal orientation by the staff. So there should be a journal orientation by the staff with whom the employee is working. Then there should be specific orientation where all the job related responsibilities will tell to the employees by the job supervisor. And then there should be follow up orientation by the personnel department or the supervisor. So when we have given the specific orientation to the employee, then we'll assess his work for a week or for a 2 week, and then we'll do a follow up orientation to know if they need any kind of information or help. Next, employee welfare. So what is employee welfare? Employee welfare means like thinking about the welfare of the employee. So there are some schemes related to employee welfare. First are the statutory schemes. So in this scheme, so these are the scheme which are offered by the government, like government has made necessary. So what are that schemes? Welfare facilities, to provide welfare facilities to the employee, like washing, storing, first aid appliances, hours of work, and sanitation. These are the important facilities that should be in any organization according to the government. And then there are some voluntary facilities. Like voluntary facilities are the kind of facilities that are not necessary, but that are provided by the organization by their choice, like they volunteer for this kind of schemes. So like if we go into the deep, so the Godrej company provides adequate transport facility and other facilities to their employees voluntarily, to make them employees more satisfied and motivated. And they also provide facilities like recreation, medical treatment, free meals, subsidized meal, schooling facilities for children, sports and games are provided by many organizations. So as I told you, that in the voluntary facility, in the voluntary scheme, the facilities are provided by the organization according to what they more want to give their employees. Like some organization think that if we like pay the employees transport fees, then their stress will be reduced. And some organization pay their children's fees so that the employee stress will reduce, and they will more focus on the job. So these are the different kind of schemes that are doing by the organization or voluntary basis, and we can also opt it for if we are doing any kind of business. Now, here we come to an end. Thank you all. I like to thank you all for joining in this particular YouTube session for this module. So, today is our last module for the topic of organizational behavior and human resource management. I hope that you have liked my previous videos or this video also. And if you find it interesting, please, it's a request, do share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, like our channel, and just share with your friends. Thank you all for joining in. And if you have any kind of doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I'll surely reply to all your doubts personally. Thank you all for joining in.